What?
The meme.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm back. Let me get back to talking to Virgil. Let me tell y'all about Virgil. And fuck Virgil. Let me say that and let me make that clear as fuck. Virgil came on the scene promoting a clothing line called Pyrex. Pyrex was used back in the day to create crack. Crack was sold mainly in the urban community, mainly to blacks and Hispanic, and it was provided by the U.S. government. They brought drugs into the communities. They allowed it to destroy people. They allowed it to destroy families. They allowed it to destroy futures. Virgil decided to put out a clothing line named Pyrex, promoting this destruction. That got him on the scene.
It's provocative.
I guess people weren't with Pyrex, or he somehow realized, damn, this is not a good look for me. This is not a good look for the culture, my business, whatever. Mm-hmm. He deaded Pyrex. He came out with a new line. The new line was called Off-White. I found out recently the line was called Off-White because it was referencing, guess what? Crack.
Cocaine.
Yeah, exactly.
Crack.
So Virgil is once again profiting off the crack epidemic that destroyed a lot of black and brown families, a lot of communities, a lot of futures, a lot of children, crack babies, all that shit. So fuck Virgil. Virgil's designs are trash. Virgil's designs are ass. They're unoriginal. He steals a bunch of them. They're weak. They're simple. I mean, it doesn't take a fucking genius to write shoelaces on a pair of shoelaces.
That's fucking retarded.
It doesn't take a genius to write strap on a strap of a purse. It doesn't take a genius to write air on a pair of Nike Airs. Yeah. So all you hype beasts that are out there supporting and paying $400, $500, $600 for a hoodie, $400, $500, $600, $800 for a pair of sneakers, fuck you too. Because you're a hype beast and you're supporting somebody that is not of the culture, that is not for the people. Now, I will give Virgil props on one thing. He did say he donated $20,000 to the Black Lives Matter movement, so minimal props for that because you're a multimillionaire and $20,000 is chump change.
The equivalent of me giving $20.
You probably spend that on food. Yeah. You probably spend that on weed. I don't know. Yeah. 20,000 ain't shit, and that's what you donate. But I will give you minimal props for that. So minimal props. Now, the $50 you donated
that was
before the 20,000. This match me game.
That was insulting.
You should be ashamed of yourself. You should hang your head in shame. You should fucking go stick your head in a toilet.
Yeah, that was insulting.
Moving forward, $50 will now be referred to as a virgin.
Yeah. That's
so
fair.
If you go get you know, I don't know what costs $50, an eighth of some bomb ass weed.
Yeah, or a quarter.
You're gonna pay a virgin.
You're a virgin.
Yeah.
If you keep it 100 with somebody, you're keeping it two virgins. And I always keep it two virgins.
Yeah. 3 virgins.
Fuck Virgil Abloh. Fuck Off-White. Fuck Pyrex Vision. Again, if you're not for the culture, if you're not for the people, if you're not of the people, fuck you, you are with the enemy. And that is how I feel Virgil Abloh is. And let me point out this picture that was making its rounds online, where you see elder white man, elder white woman. Elder white man, younger white woman. I'm assuming some of these elder people are her parents. Yeah. Young child, and then you see Virgil. Looking like the butler, or looking like he photobombed the picture, looking like he don't belong, looking like he's trying to blend in with a family that doesn't want him there. And I wouldn't be surprised if they cropped him out of the picture when they sent it out to their family and friends, because it didn't look. Nobody was hugging him. Yeah. Nobody was touching him.
I never seen that one.
The only person touching him was one of his mixed breed kids.
Yeah, he's crazy. But that again also goes. You don't think that also happens sometimes with people when they amass a certain amount of wealth? Like
money does nothing but bring out the true version of you.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Of who you already were. It magnifies who you already were.
Now, Virgil came out with a statement and he said he's a dark-skinned man and he's scared for his life and all that shit. And underneath it all I heard was self-hate. All I heard was I'm dark-skinned and I don't like it.
Yeah.
So if you're ashamed of yourself, if you hate yourself, if that hate allows you to go against your own people, I mean, fuck you, man. Damn, I'm gonna give out 1,000 fuck yous this episode.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with his minimum contribution. Like I would say we could spin it to a positive and have a call to arms where we all donate a virtual. You know what I'm saying? Or half a verse, 25 guys.
Yeah, we can do that.
You know what I mean?
We can do that. Because, I mean, we're not in Virgil's tax bracket, and I'm sure we can each afford to donate $50.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Correct.
That's why I said it was kind of so.
So to everyone out there listening, to everyone on the live, we challenge y'all to go donate one Virgil to any of these charities that are taking donations right now, whether it be the Black Lives Matter, whether it be to these charities that are bailing out our freedom fighters, whether it be to these charities to get lawyers for Breonna Taylor, whether it's a GoFundMe for George Floyd's kids. I challenge you to go ahead and donate one Virgil.
I will say, look into where your money is going as well. Do not just give your money away freely.
If you don't know where to donate, send a DM and I'll point you in the right direction.
Yeah. Because there's also some scammers out there taking advantage of the situation. So.
And if I see you walking around with off-white sneakers, I might slap you. I don't care.
You're gonna get got.
I'm sorry. And let me say this. Those off-white sneakers are fucking booty as fuck.
Which ones?
All of them.
All of them.
All of them. He ain't do nothing but move the Nike sign a little bit.
Nah.
Write shoelace on shoelace, write air on the heel, and put a fucking little bread holder on them. That doesn't take a genius.
Yeah. That's why, but it's
That's
like
not impressive.
But it's like we were saying yesterday when we were talking. Is that more so the? Is it more so the consumer's fault or is it his fault?
I'm gonna start with him because the consumer can't buy something until he puts it out, and he put out trash.
But the consumer could have been like, "Yo, this is trash."
Consumers in today's markets are idiots, and they're hype beasts, and whatever the hype is around, they're gonna go and they're gonna pay for it. There's no reason you should be paying $5, $6, $7, $800 for a pair of sneakers in the first place. Doubly for a pair of sneakers that are whack as fuck.
Not only that, a pair of sneakers that normally would have cost you, like the Jordan 1s, those normally cost you $160.
On top of that, a pair of sneakers that cost $13 to make.
Yeah. And then that he fucked up and did some whack shit to him.
So, in case you're confused, Virgil Abloh can eat a dick. The staff at Off-White, which is 99.99% black, white. I think the only black person there is Virgil. Y'all can eat a dick too. If you support Off-White, eat a dick. Move on. What's the next current event? Are we done with current events?
So yeah, that was the last current event. And yeah, man, you said it all, my brother. Fuck Virgil. But, we challenge everybody to donate at least a Virgil to the Black Lives Matter movement, and let's support what started with George Floyd, man.
That's right. So again, we do challenge y'all, everybody on the live, everybody listening to this episode when it comes out. We challenge y'all to donate one Virgil to a charity that is going to help the movement, the people, the victims, anything. And again, if you don't know where to donate to, if you don't know what charities are official, feel free to DM me at callme_Joseph_. Feel free to hit the pod page at GAHHD_podcast. If you're on Twitter, at the real VSOP. If you're on Instagram and you can't reach me, reach at deadass_worldwide or at FSDebrazi. We will point you in the right direction. Get your Virgils out.
Word.
Keep it 2 Virgils.
Two Virgils. Chill.
Now, I want to move on. Brother Harv presented us with an article with a theoretic situation, and I want him to explain the situation, and then I want to get into how I feel about it. And anybody on the live who wants to give some feedback, who wants to put their 2 cents in, feel free. We'd love to hear from y'all. We want to know how y'all feel. We want to know what y'all think. So, Brother Harv.
And if you would also like some reference on what we're actually about to get into, we'll post the link to the actual article on the social. I was reading an article, doing my research and shit, and I came across an article from Slate. And the columnist, his name is Jamila Lemieux, and he has a small column called Care and Feeding. And a father wrote in and explained that he has a 15-year-old and a 17-year-old son. And, his 17-year-old son has an Ivy League scholarship. and his 15-year-old son is along the same lines. You know, is going in the same direction. So he believes that his two sons snuck out and went to join a protest, which later on must have gotten crazy and turned into a riot, which then forced the two sons to call their parents to come pick them up. He said, of course we went to go get our children, but we grounded them as soon as, we found out what was going on, So they took away their social media, whatever. Long story short is, the father noticed that one of the kids was wearing a very expensive pair of sneakers that he knows he didn't buy for his son, and he knows that his son can't afford. So he automatically assumed that his son was looting when when the situation got real. So the question that was posed by the writer, he's like, I want to teach my son a lesson about accountability. And he was wondering if he should turn his son in, or if he should do, or what could he do to show him or teach him a lesson on his own. And that was the question that was posed to the writer or the columnist, Jamil Lemieux. And his response was real brief and real quick, and he said, I would absolutely not hand over. Mind you, the writer, the person that was writing into the column was, like I said, a black man. Was a black man. So he was like, there was no way that I would turn my family over to a system that is designed to kill you to kill you when you're out rioting or protesting because we killed somebody else. You understand what I'm saying? There's no way that I would turn my son over to a system like that. And he goes, if you do that, then I don't know what to tell you, my friend. I don't know. I sent y'all the article. I don't know if y'all read it. I did. And what are your thoughts, and what would you do? If you were posed this stuff.
Burnz. Mook, I'm gonna let you answer first because I tend to get into my range.
I agree. I would never turn my kid in. Something like that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't do it. I absolutely would not. It's a dangerous time. It's a dangerous climate. You don't know what kind of charges goes on him, rioting, or you don't know what kind of charges you can hold on him.
Grand larceny.
At this point in time, Yeah, you don't know what kind of price
he's gonna have to pay, right?
Yeah, you don't know what's gonna happen with him in the long run.
Right.
So that's out of the question. Now maybe beating my kid's ass, out of anger and fear that they were in danger and doing something dumb and reckless, as protesting and then eventually rioting, grounding them. That might be an avenue that I take. But one thing that I did, something that came to mind when reading the article that you said was those sneakers, they actually mean something. It's meaningful because it's, I don't know, it's sort of like a piece of history. It's kind of like, I'm going to go a little bit out on a limb and say that it's like a piece of the Berlin Wall,
That it's attached, that the sneakers themselves are not actually historic, but they are attached to a piece of American history.
Exactly. So I would never, first thing I would never let my kids wear those sneakers ever again. But, I think they'll be put in a place where, you can look at them and, put them up and look at them and say, look, this was, when things got out of hand, they heard of George Floyd.
So how would you?
Kind of like a shrine, of them going out there and defying their parents and going out there.
Now, would this be a personal shrine, or this would be something that you? How would you? I don't understand. How would you display this and let people like draw awareness to it? I would say.
Personal, in the garage,
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like donating somewhere.
No, just at the house.
Right.
And I don't think I've ever even, I don't know who I've ever be careful about it, like, wondering that, we have all friends that are
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. It is tough. Burnz?
Let me start, right? Let me start by saying, first of all, shout out to my man Judea on the check-in. He had some input, and he said you should never turn your kin in or your kid in. And he also said punish them in a different way, and I totally agree. So let me start at the beginning. The father says he assumes his children are looting.
Yeah.
First of all, communicate better with your children.
Right.
Talk to them. Ask them a question. Don't assume. How you know he didn't borrow them kicks from his friend? Maybe his friend got more money and a little more swag, and he lent them some fly kicks. So number one, stop assuming your kids are thieving. Communicate with your children. Talk to your children. Be a better father.
Yes.
Number two, these children were at a protest against police brutality and violence and the murder of an African-American man at the hands of police. And your first thought is to turn your children over to those same devils? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. I would never do it.
Are you a fucking idiot? Are you a moron? Are you retarded? What is wrong with you?
And especially that they have the opportunity to attend Ivy League schools where they would have a better opportunity to.
No, I don't give a fuck if they had no future. You're putting the lives of your children in the hands of people who are known for repeatedly murdering people who look like your children.
Yeah.
There's no fucking excuse. There's no way that makes no sense in my brain.
Yeah,
and I want to give props to the author of this, the journalist or whatever. What was his name?
Jamila Lemieux.
Jamila Lemieux. Props and respect to you for telling that father that he is an idiot.
Yeah.
And I agree. And sir, whoever you are, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, he didn't specifically.
There is no reason to ever turn your children into a police system that is known for murdering children and people who look like your children. Again, bad parenting. Talk to your children.
Yeah, you have to let them know.
Punish them yourself. My thought was beat them the fuck up and take the sneakers and rock them yourself.
Yeah, we talked about
rock them in front of them. Let them
right.
understand what they did was wrong.
Yeah.
Or like Mook said, take the sneakers and put them away.
Yeah.
Beat their ass and put the sneakers away.
Yeah.
But understand that I am 100% confident you will not kill them.
Yeah.
I cannot say that for the police. I cannot say that for the judicial system.
And what they'll do to them.
Much less in this climate where police are angry.
And what they'll do to their psyche.
So if these kids were out protesting against the police don't. Well, let's start at the beginning. These kids are black. The police don't.
Yeah.
These kids are out protesting against police brutality while being black. The police double them. Like
Exactly. Yeah.
these kids rioted while protesting while being black. Triple negative. And you're gonna hand them over?
Yeah. Basically, here, take my children.
I don't see it happening, but you know.
If you know this fucking teacher is a rapist and he rapes 100%, or excuse me, not 100% because the police do not kill 100% of us, but he is notorious for raping and he has a reputation for raping, are you going to send your child to sleep over his house? You are sacrificing your children, sir, whoever the fuck you are, over a pair of sneakers and over a lesson. They might not return.
They might not, might recover from. Yeah.
You're as a parent, you have failed. As a man, you have failed. I'm sorry, whoever you are, fix yourself.
What about J Kid's answer yesterday? That was actually kind of odd. Yeah. He somewhat agreed.
J Kid's not on the line, so
yeah.
Whatever he said yesterday don't matter. Shout out to J Kid. That's all I have to say on that topic, on that dude. He's wrong. He is wrong. He is wrong. And please do not do that to your children.
Yeah. It's like I said,
if they don't die, their lives are ruined
forever. Yeah. They'll be irrevocable.
And guess what? They then will possibly turn into criminals. Yeah. And guess what? That might lead to
more jail time
or death.
Yeah, and you said it yourself. One is on his way to Ivy League, the other one is following in the same footsteps. Think about how much records will tarnish their, think about how much them being cased up will tarnish their records.
It's hard enough to do what they did as who they are. You understand what I'm saying? To get in there, and then this happens, it's over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They will be stereotypical. We knew this was gonna happen.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Don't, to anybody listening, again, to anybody on the live, to anybody listening to the podcast when it comes out, there's never
I'm gonna play this song.
Don't
as
put
soon
your
as
kids'
they
lives in
finish
there.
what they're talking
I guess
about
you know
now.
what shocked me most about the story is the fact that he wrote in to ask advice on what to do about like something that to me, being who you are, you should know that you shouldn't turn your kids into
It
murderous
Yeah,
system.
it should be common sense. You are not displaying common sense. You are not.
That's what shocked me the most.
good parenting.
That's honestly what shocked me.
Moving on.
Yeah.
What else you
Right
got?
now I have it muted, but I keep moving it.
Do you have anything?
See, right now that
You know, just would like to speak on leadership. You know, this is the time that if you know you're promoting positivity and you're doing something positive for the community, it's time for you to step up and lead the youth, man. Because some of us are kind of old already, you know, and we're past leading already. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know, you can't lead us. Lead the youth. You know what I mean? Like one of us has to step up. Somebody from the '90s has to step up.
Absolutely.
And the thing is also, we also have to be, how could I put it? We have to draft a plan, you know, and execute the plan, and put competent people in, you know, important positions in order, you know, to get things done. Otherwise, we'll be right back in.
I agree with you 100%. I just ask that you be careful, man. We need leaders. We need civic leaders. We need people to step up, like my man Howard just said. We need people to lead the youth in the right direction. We need people to organize, and we need people to put a plan in effect to overcome.
And
however, any time in history that anyone has done that anyone has stepped up, that anyone has gained any fucking microcosm of power and potential leadership to lead this uprising against
some momentum,
these motherfuckers, guess what?
They wound up hanging with
Malcolm X, MLK, Fred Hampton,
Huey P. Newton.
Some people like they don't know.
They were all murdered.
Yep, by a murderous machine.
And
with absolute power.
It's not surprising that people are hesitant or scared to step up.
But that's like I always say to you, Burnz. That's the difference between those people and people now, man. Like they were unafraid to die for their cause.
Well, that's the thing. You have to know that by stepping up and by placing yourself in a position of leadership, you are making yourself a target and you are risking your life. And if you choose to do so, I commend you and I support you, and we can't be afraid to die.
And I don't necessarily mean for like celebrities to step up. That's not what I'm asking for, because I don't want another actor fucking acting like he fucking cares. Just like the contestant of the fucking Apprentice is our president. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want that. You know, I want somebody that's legitimate. I want somebody, like I said, that drafts a legitimate plan, knows how to appoint the proper people to do what they're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? In order to motivate and fucking just steer people in the right direction towards freedom, towards ultimate freedom. I'm not just talking about, you know, like freedom from jail. I'm talking about ultimate freedom. You know?
All right, Hart. I think you can take it a step further and, like, you know, how we have social media and apps and things like that. You know, you have to take it into the 21st century. You have to take it to where, you know, what Malcolm, Martin, all of them were doing. Those things, think about it in the future.
The fucking song is like 7 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
And educate them, and you know, have them. It's sad because it's like, you know, when they used to tell us about hip hop all along, it's kind of like ringing true. Like all these young kids and all this hip hop that's out now, desensitizing them and making them quote unquote dumb. You know what I'm saying? If there was something out there, you know,
then someday I'll
technology, some sort, where you can teach them and open them better and to know how to know how to approach officers. You know, we kind of started this whole thug shit with the 90s, but we also knew what we were talking about when we talked with officers. And we knew how to, you know, It doesn't.
No.
So
You should not. You can't say you have to teach people how to talk to an officer.
Exactly. Yeah.
But
Let me tell you
That's
something.
like saying you have to teach girls how to dress to not get raped.
You know the whole Sandra Bland
but
thing?
what I'm trying to tell you is
so too,
that when you don't approach things in a particular way, that's what happens. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying approach a police officer in a thug way.
Yeah.
But if you approach a police officer in a correct way, the police officer should be approachable and should be reciprocating
Yeah,
the
exactly.
energy that you are
saying
giving.
that you're always going to avoid, you know, because I've also been a victim of police abuse, and racial profiling, stop and search and frisk. But I've also been stopped with Bud, and I'm telling the officer, listen, look, I'm not going to go have a party. At the time I was in college student, I'm like, listen, I'm in college student. That's what I'm saying. Not only did he let me go, but he let me go. But if I'm there like, fuck you, officers, trying to get wild with him, I'm going to get fucked up.
By next
You know what
week,
I'm saying? So,
I don't know.
You gotta teach them mentality.
I think.
And you gotta teach them to be proactive and revolutionary, but to also know what they're talking about, know what they're doing, and know to respect law enforcement and respect security.
I believe it's the opposite. I believe law enforcement has to gain the respect of the community. They're quote unquote supposed to be protecting that community. And we're even fucking paying their salaries. So therefore respect me. I ain't paying your fucking salary. Respect me, motherfucker. That's all I ask for.
You can't go, egging on the officers.
I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
That's what I'm telling you.
I'm not gonna go into a cop and be like, you have to respect me. No, that's
What I'm
stupid.
trying to tell you is that the youth things right now, because they're putting a cell phone on an officer and they're cursing the shit out of them, that they're gonna get out of their act.
So you're telling me an adult, a grown man, an adult can't take a little bit of verbal abuse from a teenager? Get the fuck out of here, bro. Be a fucking man, bro. Realize what's going on. You understand what I'm saying? That's my whole point.
I totally agree. But what I'm trying to tell you is, everyone has everyone has a switch on and off.
They
You
want me to
know what
go
I'm
to
saying?
New Orleans on the 15th.
What happened to George Floyd, unfortunately, that was absolute racism, murder. It was.
Monday the
You can
15th,
even see it in the
so
guy's
fly out
face, like
Sunday.
it looked like he wanted to really kill him for real. You can see that. And George Floyd looks like a gentleman that did not resist arrest, did not yell at the officer, did not swing on the officer, was calm, and this still happens.
Yeah, I got cash for them.
So what do you think is going to happen to you while out at an office?
But it depends on what I want.
I do not disagree with you in that children should be taught about respect of authority.
Absolutely.
How to properly communicate, how to properly express their emotions. I agree with all of that. However, the police should have to go through the same training. The police should know how to communicate with the public. The police need to learn how to respect. The police need to learn how to communicate.
Absolutely.
When a policeman is in an interaction with a civilian, a citizen, the policeman is expected to conduct himself at a higher rate of respect than the civilian. The policeman is supposed to know how to control a situation, how to keep calm, how to keep peace. And the problem is, that's not what these police are doing. In fact, they are doing the opposite. They are the insiders.
Yeah,
they are the aggressors. They are the violent ones. They are the ones that are yelling and pushing and not acting the way they're supposed to.
Yeah. Getting behind the car and running people over.
It's disgusting. It's embarrassing. It's terrible, and it has to stop. And I'm not blaming the kids.
Yeah.
I'm not blaming the citizens. I'm not blaming the people.
No.
Let me ask you this, Burnz, and both of y'all. We've all been in the car together.
I want to hear that song, bro.
Multiple.
Yeah, but I want to hear it. Situations where all of us have been driving. What we always used to do when the cop used to roll up.
I've been on since 6. It's 2 hours.
Where did you put your head?
Steering wheel.
On the steering wheel.
You didn't want to get shot.
You're not moving around, searching in the glove compartment, looking suspicious.
Yes. Why?
tomorrow.
because you'll get killed.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's my thing. We're programmed already to know to comply.
And I don't have
Correct. So, you know,
How is that right?
We were educated
the
on it.
recent one that we
You know,
did
we
with
were told by the older guards. We were told by parents. We were told by, you know, I don't know, people, you know, on TV. Like,
But
you gotta keep your hands, you know, on.
yeah, but you're missing the point.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, you're missing the point, Mookie.
We
About what?
shouldn't have had to been taught that.
Yeah, that shouldn't
If
be.
the police weren't, if we weren't scared shitless of getting fucking murdered, we wouldn't behave that way.
That shouldn't be standard practice. That shouldn't be standard practice.
Let me tell you this. Did it still not ring true that we had to do it, though? Did it not ring true?
You didn't have to do it. You didn't have to do it. We did it because we knew there was a chance if we didn't, we would get killed. And if the police
Right,
behaved
so
properly, that wouldn't be the situation.
Exactly.
But
I
that's
shouldn't
what I'm
have to
trying
fear
tell
for my
you.
life.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you. If we can educate these kids the same way we were educated and hope that the officers, you know, I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Let's start by educating the officers before we start educating the kids.
It's too much hope.
Because the officers are adults and they should know what the fuck they're doing.
That's another point I was trying to make.
But when is that gonna happen? I mean,
That's why we're protesting. That's the change we're fighting for. That's the change we're dying for.
Yeah, basics.
Moving on.
yeah.
I want to send a message
Go ahead,
to
bro.
a particular group of people out there, and I want to look at the
Right.
camera because I want to talk to
Mental
y'all
health
direct.
message.
This is for anybody who suffers from mental health.
Yep.
This message is for anybody who is emotionally drained.
Madison.
Those of us who suffer from anxiety, depression, panic attacks, paranoia, fear, uncertainty. If you currently feel as if your energy is off, if you don't know how to feel, this message is for you and you are not alone. Do not beat yourself up. We are currently in the middle of both a pandemic and an unprecedented, historical, international revolution. You have the right to not know how to feel. You have the right to be afraid. You have the right to be confused. You have the right to be paranoid. You have the right to be depressed. You have the right to feel anxious. You have the right to feel dread. You have the right to not fucking be able to sleep. These are common reactions to traumatic events. I want you all to understand that we are in this together. DMs are open for anyone who needs to talk, anyone who needs to vent, or anyone who just needs someone to listen. Also, here are a few things you can do to ease your mental and your emotional trauma and to help your mental and your emotional health. Number one is pray. When you wake up, pray. When you go to sleep, pray. When you're having a hard time and you don't know what the fuck is going on, pray. When you feel crazy, pray. When you're angry, pray.
Yeah.
Number two, meditate. Take the time to
Relax.
reflect internally and understand your emotions and why you are feeling the way you feel. Understand how you feel. Understand what is causing you to feel this way. Take a break from social media. Put the phones down.
Yeah.
We are constantly bombarded by images of violence. We are constantly bombarded by images of murder, negative images. These images will drain your energy. These images will drain your soul. Don't
Pray,
wake up and hop
pray,
on the
relax,
phone.
and stay off your
Yeah.
phone.
Don't go to sleep. Don't be on the phone and then try to go to sleep.
That's not gonna
Avoiding your social media, avoiding your phone will help you to remain calm and help you to recharge yourself for the fight that continues to rage. Number three, journal. Write down what you're feeling in the moment and at the moment. Try to understand it. Try to understand the cause of these feelings. What is it that is causing you to feel this way? Is it something you saw? Is it something you read? Is it something, obviously something happened.
Yeah.
Number four, cleanse your energy. Sage, incense, a shower, whatever it takes. You need to wash the negativity off of your body. If you Google, if you Google chants for cleansing your energy, you will find some that you can use in the shower. When you are in the shower, you envision the water hitting you from above, and as it is going down your body, it's carrying with you all the negative energies. at all the negative images and emotions that you are feeling, and they are going down the drain. There is a chant you can repeat as you do this, and it will help you to feel better. Where am I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 6, create. Now is the time to create. We've been telling y'all that since COVID started. Your home, create. Paint something, draw something, write a song, write a poem, write a journal entry, sew, design, whatever, plant, garden,
Stay busy.
whatever it is. Do something, stay active, keep your mind active, keep your body active, keep your soul active, and last but not least, go out there and spread love.
Yeah.
What is the best way to combat hate? You cannot combat hate with hate, because you are just only multiplying and adding on to the hate. You can only combat hate with love. You can only combat darkness with light. Go out there and spread love. I know there is a pandemic. Go out there and hug your fucking family. Go out there and hug your children. Go out there and hug your parents. Go out there and hug your neighbor. Spreading love is how we will overcome, and it is the only way. After the riots, after the protests, after the violence, after everything calms down, the only thing we will have left to share is love.
Love conquers all, y'all.
Calm your
Destroy and
soul,
rebuild.
protect your energy, protect your mental health. We here at the Great American Hip Hop Debate Podcast send you positive vibes, and we send you love.
Yes, sir.
Right.
What you got, man?
If y'all have nothing else, I want to get to the M. Burnz Love Song of the Week.
Real quick, I just had one wild take. Did you by chance have, did you happen to watch the Jeffrey Epstein documentary on Netflix?
No.
No? You choose not to?
I just haven't gotten to it.
No. It's actually pretty good. You know, it breaks down a lot of what happened, and one thing that I got into my documentary bag and I started watching it, and like I said, long story short, what I came up with is pretty wild. And what if this is all just a distraction to get us to look away from that whole situation? Because Trump is also tied into that, and a lot of powerful people are tied into that whole Jeffrey Epstein pedophilia network and all that. And what if this is all? COVID was the first distraction, and now this is the ultimate distraction to get us to look away from that, because they're trying to push that narrative. And also, documents came out from Anon and all that they supposedly hacked and released, documents on Trump, how he's supposedly aligned with and has always been aligned with Jeffrey Epstein. So, what do you think? What are your takes on that?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't either.
I would not be surprised.
It's pretty fucking scary, man.
In order for them to protect and save their own lives, they are willing to sacrifice lives, and that is nothing new. So I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, there are multiple conspiracy theories out there as to why this is actually happening and why they are allowing it to, and the actual root cause, or what they're trying to cover up, or what they're trying to distract us from, or they're trying to initiate
a race war,
martial law. They're trying to initiate mandatory vaccines. There's a lot of potential reasons, and A, we'll never know the actual reason, and B, if it came out, it wouldn't surprise me, because they're corrupt, and it's in their blood, it's in their DNA. That's what they do.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think, Mook? Real quick before we move on inside off.
I'm not big for conspiracy theories, but I feel like with what's going on in today's age is it's anything is possible. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I look at pictures of my family. I talk to y'all normally on the chat, and I just hope, I look to brighter times. I want to get through the darkness already. And like I said, I kind of feel anxious during these times because of a lot of things that's going on. Like you say, I try to shut off social media. I try to do this and distract myself with other things. But it's just real hard to not think that it can always get worse,
Right. Yeah. That's the scary part, that this can always get worse.
But there's a lot of positive that has also taken place in this year for us, for me, as well. And with newborns, you got a newborn, I got a newborn.
Right.
A lot of moves have been made. I'm just gonna keep my head low, like I said, keep educating myself and educating them, and hope that that I could eventually do this show with y'all. Like we said, we're gonna do it in LA. We're gonna do it, we're gonna do an LA episode, take a family vacation or something, and look for better days to come, man.
Yeah.
That's it. Fuck Trump, fuck Epstein. I ain't worried about none of that.
I read something today, and it resonated with me, and it said that maybe 2020 is not the worst year ever. Maybe 2020 is the exact year that we needed to change the world.
Yeah, I read that song.
So,
great.
Sometimes we need to change our perspective. Sometimes we need to look at things from a different point of view, and sometimes positives do come from negatives. So everything we are going through right now, we are hoping will lead us to a positive, to a better country, to a better understanding of each other, to more unity. So as fucked up as 2020 has been, so much so that this whole episode has virtually been an extended segment of what the fuck 2020.
Basically.
The sun always shines, yo.
Yeah.
The sun will always rise, and tomorrow will always be a better day. With that being said, I want to get into the Burnz Love Song of the Week. I know my man, Brother F, in there behind the board, he got it queued up. So this is Curtis Mayfield, and this is Power to the People, and this is dedicated to everybody on the front lines, everybody protesting, everybody rioting, everybody sharing information. Like I said earlier, everybody donating, everybody who's going through it, and we are all going through this together. So the Burnz Love Song of the Week, again, Power to the People by Curtis Mayfield. Brother F, hit that for me.
Dedicated to y'all.
Power to the people, y'all. Power to the motherfucking people. And once again, I want to say rest in peace, George Floyd. Rest in peace, Ahmaud Arbery. Rest in peace, Breonna Taylor. Rest in peace, Trayvon Martin. Rest in peace, Sandra Bland. Rest in peace, Sean Bell. Rest in peace, Eric Gardner. Rest in peace, Rakia Boyd. Rest in peace, Amadou Diallo. Rest in peace, Mike Brown. Rest in peace, Kamani Gray. Rest in peace, Tamir Rice. Rest in peace, Freddie Gray. To all the victims of the Black Wall Street Massacre of Tulsa, Oklahoma, rest in peace. To all the victims of the 1985 bombings of the MOVE group by the Philadelphia Police Department, rest in peace. To Huey P. Newton, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Fred Hampton, the Black Panthers, the Young Lords, rest in peace. May your deaths not be in vain. May your souls rest in eternal peace. Power to the motherfucking people. Power to the motherfucking people.
Government should fear their people, not people fearing their governments, man. Dead ass.
Power to the people, y'all. Power to the people. Thank you, everybody who checked in today on the live. Thank you to everybody who is going to listen to this episode when it drops.
Greatly appreciated.
Again, this was an emergency episode. This was unplanned. This is the state of the union. This is the state of America. This is the state of the world that we are living in. And we want y'all to know
We out here with y'all.
we stand unified. We stand united with y'all. Again, positivity. We're sending y'all positive vibes. Sending out love, spread love,
Stay safe.
stay safe out there.
Yeah. Be vigilant.
Shout out Brother F. Shout out Straight Fuego Studios. Shout out the Breath Babies, Breath Wives, Moms and Dads. Shout out to everybody who's on the socials. Shout out to everybody who checked in on the live. Shout out to everybody who commented. Thank you.
Yes.
Shout out to everybody on the front lines again. Shout out to everybody protesting, donating, spreading information, spreading the word. There's people out there giving food to people. There's people out there offering shelter to people. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Although this appears as it's the darkest of times, we're seeing a lot of good things. We're seeing a lot of good people. We're seeing a lot of unity. We're seeing a lot of people help each other. Thank you. Thank you. You are showing what true humanity is. You are showing what it is to be a true brother, a true ally, a true sister. So thank you. Thank you. We send y'all. We send love to y'all.
Yeah.
One love to all of y'all.
Yeah.
And, continue to be safe out there, y'all.
Yeah.
Everybody out there watching, continue to be safe, man. One love.
That's what I.
Stand as much as we can with y'all, man.
Absolutely.
That's what I told my daughter, man. She's 20 years old, man, and like I told her, be safe out there, cause you know she's half black, so I told her, man, like you're an endangered species, man. Like, be safe out there.
We hoping for all these young revolutionaries to be smart, to be well spoken, to challenge authority, to be politically correct, and to go out there and to fucking make a difference.
That's right. That's right.
We
Do remember the One Virgil challenge that we are conducting. We challenge y'all to donate one Virgil to any charity that is helping the movement, helping the cause, helping the families of victims. If you don't know who to donate to, please DM me. I will direct you in the right
Direction.
I will point you in the right direction.
Yeah.
Again, One Virgil challenge. One Virgil challenge.
Get the Virgils up.
And again,
Get the
Virgil,
Virgils out,
fuck Virgil. Fuck Virgil. Thank you for tuning in. Again, thank you for tuning in.
Yes.
God bless you. Be safe out there.
Yes.
We love you.
We out here.
As always, chest up, chin out, carry yourself. Matter of fact, now more than ever.
Yeah,
put your motherfucking chin up, put your goddamn chest out, carry yourself with honor. Carry yourself with pride. Look out for your fellow man.
Yeah.
Spread love. And Brother F.
Take us out of here with that legendary, revolutionary.
Hit my music, please.
Come on, baby.
Thank you.
Playback.
I wasn't on Facebook.
Woo!
All right.
F, you got a Dutch or something? Does it roll weed?
One orange soda?
You turned the light off?
Huh?
The light is off?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Let me turn it off. I see.
Go ahead, do your thing.
How you, my brother? All right, how you doing, buddy?
All right, man. Hang in there. All right, let me play that thing for you before we leave.
Charlie, what's up, puppy?
How you doing, man?
Everything good, brother? How you feeling? Congratulations on that release, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you.
They was playing it earlier. It's just fire, man.